Hey, good afternoon, y'all. It's Ryan Jackson from RyanJacksonLLC.com coming at you once again. And I just want to take a few minutes and give my take on the series that's on Stars. It premiered 2 weeks ago. It's produced by 50 Cent or 50 Cent, whatever. It's on Stars. It's called BMF. BMF stands for Black Mafia Family. And it's about Big Meech Flannery and Southwest T Flannery. They were out of Southwest Detroit in the '80s, late '80s. They were they were dope dealers, and they later transitioned to the music industry, whatever. But they were bringing in millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. They had a criminal, like I said, black mafia family. They had a hierarchy. They had soldiers, corner boys. They had people making a product, and they reported to them. And I vaguely remember. I remember um, Black Mafia Family, but I really remember Young Boys Incorporated, who BMF implemented. That's what they copied after was Young Boys Incorporated, YBI. YBI, they were something in Detroit. They were ruthless. They were ruthless. And also the BMF also emulated the Chambers Brothers. The movie New Jack City was inspired by the Chambers Brothers. The Chambers Brothers, they took over a whole apartment complex and ran drugs out of it. That was their headquarters, like Nino Brown did in New Jack City. That was inspiration from the Chamber Brothers, which they did that in Detroit back in the '80s, late '70s, '80s. So you had the Black Mafia family, the Chambers Brothers, and YBI. Then you had Best Friends, and then years before, in the mid '70s, late '70s, you had the Arrow Flans. So you had all these organizations in Detroit, all these gangs in Detroit, and they were making millions, millions, and millions and millions of dollars. I don't agree with it, no, because they were geniuses, but what they were evil geniuses. Geniuses, but evil geniuses. A lot of people were murdered. There are a lot of dead, a lot of dead bodies, a lot of bones, that could tell the story in Detroit. If they could talk, these dead bodies could talk. There are a lot of secrets buried in the Detroit River and in many alleys all throughout Detroit over the years. Drive-bys, um, ordered executions. I mean, it was like the mafia. I mean, you had, like I said, ordered hits, drive-bys, executions. You know, it was crazy. But this watching this show just bringing back memories of my childhood because Southwest Detroit, and I don't know if they're going to address it in the show later this season or next season because I saw that it's been renewed for a second season already. A lot of Southwest Detroit is Mexican inhabited, Mexican immigrants, as well as people from Puerto Rico and Central America, Guatemala, and Honduras, but mainly Mexican immigrants inhabit Southwest Detroit. Verner Highway, Livernois. Those of you who are familiar with Detroit who are watching this video, shut yourselves out. Shout, give yourselves a shout out. Um, Comment because y'all know what I'm talking about. Verner Highway, Clark Park, um, Junction Avenue, Livernois, Michigan Avenue, that area, Southwest Detroit. Matter of fact, there's Mexican Town, which is in Southwest Detroit. They have a lot of supermercados there. You have the the Hispanic fruit stands or fruit stores, vegetable stores, the supermercados, the food stores. They have a lowrider festival. They have a huge Cinco de Mayo and Mexican Independence Day celebrations there. They have their own representation. This is what I mean by tangibles, which is what I said in my video before this one. But they have their own representation in the city council. And that's been that way in Southwest Detroit, I want to say, since the 1940s, maybe mid to late 1940s, early 50s. So for over 70 years now, it's been inhabited by Mexican immigrants. And this, like I said, for over the past 70 plus years. And with that being said, there are also gangs in Southwest Detroit that are Mexican affiliated. The Latin Kings, for instance, were big in Southwest Detroit when I was coming up in the 80s and 90s, primarily the 90s when I was in high school and when I left Detroit. The Latin Kings ran Southwest Detroit, well, a certain part of it. Their female counterparts, that's right, the Latin Queens, they ran a portion of Southwest Detroit too. So you got the Latin Kings and you got the Latin Queens. Now the Latin Kings are also in Chicago, which is 3 hours away from Detroit, and so are the Latin Queens. But this time, what BMF is talking about is primarily the Flannery brothers and the Black Mafia family, and they control, like I said, they control Southwest Detroit. Now, Young Boys Incorporated control parts of Northwest Detroit, which is where I'm from. Like I said, those of you from Detroit who may watch this video, please give yourselves a shout out, please. Linwood Avenue, Dexter Avenue, Grand River, that area. That was primarily the area. Now you have the Gangster Disciples and a certain little fraction of the Bloods and Crips in Detroit, which I don't know. You had the GDs, you had the Vice Lords that ran Detroit, that were in Detroit in the 90s when I left, when I was in high school, and then when I eventually left to join the military. They were in Detroit, Gangster Disciples, the Vice Lords, and then you had the Latin Kings and the Latin Queens. So that was the major gangs that was in Detroit. But this show brings back memories. Like I said, I lived on the other side of Detroit. I lived in Northwest Detroit, which was a ways away from where the Flannery brothers did their thing. So I've read about them in the papers and, heard about them on the news. But my only dealings with Southwest Detroit was my aunt's sister, my uncle's wife, my aunt's sister. She had a sister that stayed in Southwest Detroit. And I went over her sister's house a few times. And if y'all watch BMF, if you pay attention to the scenery, you have the neighborhood, and right you have refineries, you have a interstate. That's I-75. For those of you who may not know, people in Detroit, my Detroit people know what I'm talking about, or people who may have visited Detroit and may have been in Southwest Detroit, then you know what I'm speaking of. But if you look at the scenes when they do a overview and they show the Flannery Brothers neighborhood, right behind there is an interstate. That's I-75. Well, around the interstate and the neighborhood, you have those smokestacks. Those are oil refineries. Marathon had a huge refinery there, and it stunk to high heaven. Oh, it stunk. It stunk so bad over there. People used to complain about it. There were reports of people getting cancer from the fumes, from the exhaust. It was bad. The water over there is bad. It's just toxic over there. I remember reading reports about that. And I remember going over my aunt's sister's house, and it stunk like hell over there. Oh, it stunk so bad. Beautiful neighborhood, nice homes. They're older homes. They were built in the early 20th century, 1920s, what have you. Beautiful homes, but the neighborhood and the area just stunk. It stunk so bad. And then you had the traffic from I-75. You could hear the trucks going over, carrying materials to the factories, to the refineries, going up and down the interstate. Cars, constant traffic. Then, not too far away, you have Detroit Metro Airport. So you had the airplanes flying overhead. You had to deal with that noise, as well as the trucks and the traffic from the interstate, as well as the stench from the refineries. It was just so much going on over there, but they made it. They just worked with what they had over there, and they had good people in those neighborhoods. They still do, still to this day. Beautiful neighborhoods. They doing what they're just bearing with it. They're just bearing with the obstacles that they're being dealt with. They're making the best out of their situation. They're still doing it, doing it to this day. So I applaud them for that. And it's like I said, it's a beautiful neighborhood, beautiful area. People keep their homes up over there, and they're very community oriented, all about community, especially in Mexican town, especially over there. But yeah, I just want to share that with you about my city and Northwest Detroit too. It's a lot of neighborhoods in Northwest Detroit where they take care of the homes. They're very community oriented, and they want the best for the kids and best for the people in their community. That's what I love about Detroit. You still have a sense of community there, sense of pride, despite the obstacles, despite the negativity the city may get. Whatever, they're gonna get it because it's a predominantly black city, so whatever. Even though they have a white mayor, whatever, they're gonna get it. So they just deal with it and roll with the punches. They just deal with what they have and make the best out of their situations. And there are a lot of independent black businesses in Detroit, in Northwest Detroit, as well as Southwest Detroit. Like I said, Mexican town, and like I said, they making it work for them. They're doing great, despite what people may say or think. And like I said, the obstacles in Southwest Detroit with the crime and the environmental hazards, they're just making the best out of it and just pushing forward and moving strong. And with that being said, the Many Saints of Newark. This is on HBO Max. I don't know if those of you have watched The Sopranos, but this is the prequel to The Sopranos. So it's dealing with Tony Soprano's childhood and teenage years. But it's mostly about his uncle, Dicky Moltisanti, which is his nephew, Christopher Moltisanti, his father, Dicky. Good show. Excellent show. Excellent show. If you all have not seen BMF and the Many Saints of Newark, don't watch this video because I don't want to give it away. So watch the 2 episodes of BMF. Yeah, because it's 2 episodes in. Episode 3 is this Sunday. So watch the 2 episodes of BMF and then watch the Many Saints of Newark and then watch this video. So for those that have not watched these shows, watch the shows first, or the 2 shows of BMF and then the movie, The Many Saints of Newark, then watch this video because I don't want y'all to watch and be like, oh, well, you gave it away. No, I'm telling you, watch the movie first. So anyway, it's dealing with Christopher Moltisanti's father, Dicky Moltisanti. And it's good. And it surprised me because there's a black man, Harold McBay, I think his name is. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. I know his name is Harold. I may be incorrect on his last name, but his character is played by Leslie Odom Jr. A lot of y'all know Leslie Odom Jr. from the Nationwide commercials. He's the brother that was singing the jingle. Nationwide is on your side. That's him. He sings it a lot better, of course, but talented brother. He's in Hamilton. He played Sam Cooke in the movie One Night in Miami, with the movie Regina King did that came out earlier this year. He's the brother that's playing Sam Cooke. Excellent brother, talented brother. Like I said, he's in Hamilton as well. He's in Law and Order SVU as a activist reverend, kind of like an Al Sharpton type of character in Law and Order SVU. Talented brother, real talented. He plays a antagonist to Dickie Moltisanti. He was working for Dickie Moltisanti, but he went to a Black Panther rally and he found himself. He found that, you know what, I could do things on my own. I don't need the Italians. I could be my own boss. I'm tired of working for them, tired of working for the white man. So he took the war to them. He started going after them. And he took out a number of them, took out a number of their people. They killed his cousin and killed a few of his men, but I think he took out more of them than they did from his people. And also, he slept with Dickie Moltisanti's Gumar, his side piece, if you will. He slept with her. Well, she pursued him, actually. She pursued him, and he slept with her. And he lived to the end of the movie. Dickie Moltisanti didn't. But Leslie Odom Jr.'s character did. The Black man made it throughout the movie without getting as much as a splinter in his pinky. He didn't even, he didn't die throughout the movie. He lived. He survived. That was surprising enough. And he slept with a made man in the Italian mafia. He slept with his Gumar and took out some of his men. As a Black man, I love this movie. I didn't see this coming. I honestly did not see this coming. But it kind of goes against the grain in the fact that the white man's the hero, the white man gets the girl, the white man gets to take out everybody, and it ends up surviving the movie and end up being the hero when the credits roll. Nope. This wasn't the case. This was not the case with this movie. And that got me to wondering, what was David Chase thinking? Because, he created The Sopranos, the TV series on HBO. What made him do this? It got me to pondering, what made David Chase just change the narrative? Have the Black man kill some Italian-made man, sleep with an Italian-made man's Gumar, and then survive throughout the movie. Don't even get as much as a splinter in his pinky. And his pinky finger. I mean, what made him do this? But be that as it may, I'm glad that he, chose to go this route because, like I said, it's a good movie. It starts off slow, so bear with it. It kind of has that Godfather type of beginning where the Godfather is slow. But this is not as slow as The Godfather because The Godfather was just brutally slow and slow and slow and slow and slow. Then it starts picking up little by little by little. But The Many Saints of Newark, it starts off slow, then it picks up. Then it picks up again. So, and it's nowhere near as long as The Godfather. So, but I think many of you will enjoy it, especially people who enjoyed The Sopranos and love that series. You will love this because it shows the younger versions of Uncle Junior, of Johnny Boy Soprano, Paulie Walnuts, Silvio Dante, Big Pussy Bompacero. It shows them in their younger days. So I'm glad to see that. And my favorite character in The Sopranos was Uncle Junior, Corrado Soprano Jr. That was my favorite character. Him and maybe Paulie. Yeah, Paulie. I like Paulie Walnuts. Paulie Gutierrez. Sil was cool. Of course, Tony was, people love Tony. Of course, he's the protagonist. He's the show. He's the main character. Tony, yeah, he was impulsive, acted on instinct too much in certain times, but Corrado Soprano, Uncle Junior, was the brains behind the DeMeo crime family or the Soprano family. He was a silent partner. I just hate the way they did his character with him having dementia. I just wish they would have done it a different way. I don't know, but like I said, that's David Chase. Had I done it, I would have done it another way. I wouldn't have had Uncle Junior going out with dementia. He would have still had his memory. I was a huge fan of Uncle Junior. Dominic Chianese. I believe I'm saying his name right. Dominic Chianese is the actor that played Corrado Soprano Jr., thus Uncle Junior or Uncle June, my favorite character on The Sopranos. He was calculating, smart old man, but calculating. Silent partner, sat back, while Tony was the forefront. Tony was younger and out in the forefront, but Uncle Junior was my man. That was my favorite character. All right, y'all. With that being said, let me hop off of here. Hungry and we'll get something to eat. So y'all take care. Till next time. Oh, and share this video. Share this video on social media. Feel free to comment. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the share button. Hit that button. Hit that button. Hit that subscribe button and share this video and hit that thumbs up button. Smash it, family, and subscribe. So next time, y'all take care. Love y'all. And have a good day and have a good weekend. And God bless. Take care. I'm out. Peace.